Buzz Bissinger, let me start with you. This debate is raging as it has done for a long time in America. Do you believe that Sandy Hook represents any kind of tipping point in favor of new gun control legislation?
No, I mean, I think America is a country that revels in violence, that was born in violence, that loves the image of the frontiersman and the cowboy. And having guns, you know, there was a lot of protest. I think the only politician who's really trying to do anything is Michael Bloomberg. I don't see President Obama doing very much. I mean, we had another incident in Aurora, Colorado, where he did nothing. Mitt Romney did nothing. It's a ridiculous argument. How can we possibly have assault weapons? And frankly, why do we need guns? We don't need guns. We have 10,000 murders a year. As you tried to tell that big fat idiot last night, how many murders by gun were there in England? What, 33?
Yeah.
It's pathetic, but I don't see any change. It is pathetic. It is ridiculous that you are allowed, I don't care what the justification is, that you are allowed in this country to own a semi-automatic weapon, much less a handgun. But what do you need a semi-automatic weapon for? The only reason I think you need it is, Piers, challenge Alex Jones to a boxing match, show up with a semi-automatic that you got legally, and pop him.
I'd love to see that. In uniform.
Aaron Dykes here for Infowars.com. This gun control debate is reaching dangerous proportions. Last night, Alex Jones debated Piers Morgan on CNN. Tonight, all they can do is talk about the reaction, and on Piers Morgan's program, they talk about they hope Alex's children don't die. Now, Alex was sitting at home with his family and children. They were freaked out and terrorized by those comments, but the program went on to even more outrageous points. Buzz Bissinger, a sports columnist for the Daily Beast, chimed in and said that he thinks the only reason for a semi-automatic weapon is so that Piers Morgan could go in the ring and, quote, pop Alex Jones with that weapon. And then all the guests go on to laugh about it.
I don't care what the justification is, that you are allowed in this country to own a semi-automatic weapon, much less a handgun. But what do you need a semi-automatic weapon for? The only reason I think you need it is, Piers, challenge Alex Jones to a boxing match, show up with a semi-automatic that you got legally, and pop him.
I'd love to see that. In uniform.
I'll borrow my brother's uniform.
Now, without a doubt, this was a veiled threat. But just imagine if Alex Jones or anyone else made these comments, they'd be arrested immediately. And yet here they are saying them with impunity. Remember, there's been threats against NRA board members, you name it, in the past. These authoritarians don't want peace. They want control. And they're showing it here. Get this out immediately. Signing off for Infowars.com.